Hello and good morning and happy Friday, everyone. Okay, so I'm here for Abbie Asks, my regular Friday slot here in Gemma's Facebook group. So the question I'm asking today is, are you putting your core values to good use? So core values are what drive us, they are our passion, and for many of us that's why we start our business, it's why we do what we do. It's based very, very much on passion. And when we value something, yeah, we show up for it, don't we? But values can be a bit of a double-edged sword sometimes. Now, selling is a sticking point for many in business, and pricing absolutely tends to be the bit where most of us start to fumble over our words, isn't it? And we because what we're doing is we're applying too many assumptions, and we let our own values get in the way, and this causes noise, and then that makes us show up weak. It makes us fumble, as I say, over our words, and we struggle to actually sell. We often hold back from engaging with clients as well in the selling process. And when you think about selling, it's not just that point at which you tell somebody the price. Okay, so that's often the worst part for most of us. But that's actually something that happens less often. When you think about the selling process, every time we show up on social media, every time we show up for our clients, every time we are visible, we are selling. The selling process begins the minute you start a business, and every time you show up, whether it's in conversations, what you post on social media, the content, and what you say, how you do it, it's all part of the selling process. Because what we're trying to do is in lots and lots of different and a variety of ways is to draw clients towards us. So if your values are getting in the way, or you're not using them to the best of their ability, it can be hard and it can be a struggle. And when you think about how strong values are, so for example, someone who's a vegetarian, for example, might value not eating meat for humanitarian reasons, not abusing animals, is another value that people hold very strongly. Whether people believe in capital punishment, all sorts of different things. These are kind of things. Religion is that it's all based on values, and you think how powerful and how focused people can be in those situations. That's how strong our values are. Now, we all hold lots of different values as well. Some that are much more relatable and much more fun. So what we want to be doing in business is tapping into what we really, really value in order to actually build consistency and confidence within that entire sales process. So what if showing up could feel like just another conversation? So I like chatting to people. So if my selling process is part of a conversation, yeah, I'm in. So what if your sales process was aligned with all of your core values entirely? How much more powerful, how much more purpose could you have to show up? And how much easier would it be if you loved the online space? And this is what we want to be doing. Hi Gemma, hi Annalie. Sorry, I can't see my comments, they're coming up. Okay, so values are what we love. They drive us, they drive our passion, and many of our decisions are based upon our core values. And thinking about all the stuff we feel passionately about, think about your values. So if you value honesty, for example, because not everybody does, it's not a strong core value for everyone. It is for many, I know. What if I don't? Yeah, the story that is triggered when we value honesty, when we start the sales process, it can sometimes kick up stories like, what if I don't deliver? Okay, so I want to be honest about what I'm doing. I'm asking people for money, but what if my thing doesn't work? What if I don't deliver? And what that causes is us to avoid doing things, and we kind of sort of play it a bit safe. If you value good value, as many of us do, I'm sure there's lots of you out there tapping away on the internet for Black Friday. Not my thing, I must admit, but when you value good value, what we then do is we over deliver. We over deliver and we underprice our offers. If you value humility, we underplay, and we show up weak. So this is how our core values can actually get in the way. But there is a way to swap it around. There is absolutely a way for us to change how the story that is being triggered by our value, and then we can actually use it to our advantage. So okay, all right. So Gemma's saying the internet is playing up, it keeps freezing. So so we're in the same area, Gemma. So yeah, I think it could be the weather for sure. Hopefully my internet, it's not my internet. So, but I'll watch it on replay. If it's too bad, I'll do it again, no problem. Yeah, so I value, I value getting it right. So obviously that's going to cause a problem, isn't it? Okay, so there's absolutely a way we can swap it around. So when selling feels icky, there is a trigger, and you need to listen to what it is that's being triggered, and notice it. Use your values to enjoy the process, because if it can be fun, for me, working with Gemma is fun. I like working with other people. I like friendship. So if I can include other people in my process, I'm always going to want to show up. Annalie, making friends. I'm doing Annalie's challenge at the moment, our healthy eating challenge. And I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it, because everyone's sharing in the group, everyone's supporting each other, and that's just the kind of stuff I like to show up for. And it doesn't feel like work when you're doing it that way. So if you value connection, include friendship in what you're doing. Who can you include in the process? How can you make it more fun? Creativity. So so finding different and creative ways in which you can show up. So when you're creating content, for example, when you're going live, when you're posting on social media, think of things that you like to do. Think of ways to do it in a creative way that actually feels joyful. Freedom. Okay, so selling pays for freedom. So if you value freedom, think about telling someone that price. Think about showing up. Think about who you can help, and selling your offer, because that's going to help you to pay and support your value for freedom. Consistency, so planning. If you value consistency, that's something that absolutely fills my heart with joy. Okay, being consistent. Planning absolutely taps into that for me. And kindness. So when you're selling, what you're actually doing is saying to people, I can help you. So if you value kindness, if you look at your sales process, and as I say, what I mean, everything from how you show up in groups, to posts, to lives, to actually, adverts and selling, everything is, if you can include your value for kindness, and think about, okay, so because if people can't see you, you can't help them. So including kindness as part of your sales process, it feels good. It actually feels good. So choice is one of my very, very strong core values. I like to choose what I do. I choose wisely. I choose not to do anything that I don't think is fun or enjoyable, or that doesn't meet with my values. But my value for choice is actually how I get over that sticking point. So that bit where you have to tell someone the price, you've had a lovely conversation, and it's like, okay, so now I need to ask them to buy. Okay, so what I do, here's my little tip, and I share this with my VIPs as well. Okay, so I give people a choice. So having a variety of offers, everything from free, okay, so this is free, and I'm showing up, and I'm coaching, and I'm helping. I've got resources on my website, I've got ebooks, there's all sorts of different ways in which I can show up and help my clients. Everything from free right the way through to high ticket paying. So I've got all sorts of different price points, and lots of different offers. And what I say to my clients is, this is what it is. This is the time and the commitment that we're really looking at here. This is how much it is. Okay, this is what you'll get at the end. So that's the transformation. Okay, which do you want? Because often for a lot of people, time is actually more valuable than money. Time, too much time, or time they think they haven't got, will put people off more than the price. I can guarantee it. Okay, so what success feels like. So when you really, really tap into your core values and use them as part of your process, you will show up and have more fun. You will have more consistency. You will be more confident. Your unique selling points will absolutely ooze out of everything that you do. It shows in your words. When you're really loving and enjoying something and you're not being triggered and hesitating, because people can see it. They can see it if you're not feeling confident about what it is you're doing. But if you're showing up and going, do you know what, I'm showing up for friends and I'm helping people. Yeah, okay, so that's a sales process. Okay, so where do you find you're holding back because it feels icky? At what part of that process do you feel that you are triggered the most? Is it at the point at which you have to say the price, or is it throughout the whole thing? Is it the showing up bit? I've just watched Annalise live in her group that she's doing at the moment, which was absolutely awesome, I have to say, Annalise. She gave us some really, really great tips, and some, it's all about healthy eating, something I feel passionately about at the moment. Because I value my family and I want to be around for them. And if I'd carried on the way I was going, I wouldn't be. Okay, so this is the thing. So when we feel really passionately about something, we show up. So Annalise shared some amazing tips and advice in that group. And it just really, and you could see how much she enjoyed it. So it was absolutely awesome, Annalise. So well done. I loved it, and I learned something. It was brilliant. Okay, and now I feel even more motivated. To stick to the plan, and because I'm really, really feeling the difference. So when someone shows up, like Gemma shows up with passion every day, Annalise as well, and many of our VIPs, they show up with so much passion in their business. If you can let people see that, they are going to buy from you. If you're hiding behind your own assumptions and not using your core values to the best of their ability, people are going to just swipe past, okay? People want to see you having fun and enjoying it. If it looks hard, they're not going to want to be a part of it. Okay, so what values do you hold in high regard? Which of those values? Did you value choice? Do you value consistency, freedom? What do you value that you can think to yourself, okay, I can use that. I can use that to help my clients. So Annalise saying, I always get triggered when I speak about my prices up until the point, up until that point, everything's going really well. Yeah, absolutely, Annalise. It's not an unfamiliar story. We've talked about this. Yeah, so think about offering choices. So there's all sorts of different ways that clients can work with you, Annalise. And again, offer them the choices, because not everybody's ready to invest a lot of money. Not everybody's ready to invest a lot of time. Your thing requires commitment. You need your clients to be in. Like me, again, with my clients, I need them to, I don't work with anyone that's not ready, at least ready to listen, okay, and to listen to themselves. Okay, so for your clients, Annalise, you offer lots and lots of different ways. So your ebooks, your website, your challenge, your group challenge, that group challenge, you could be doing that forever, week in, week out. It doesn't need to be a one-off event. It doesn't need to be something that you can, you just show up and do. That group event is absolutely amazing, and it's affordable, and it's a really, really good lead-in, isn't it, to get people to listen and to actually start to make those changes. So when you offer people a choice, think about that, Annalise. How differently would it sound if at that point what you say to your clients is, okay, so which one do you want? And just let them decide. How much easier would that feel? Would you feel less triggered? Okay, so what changes can you make? Where can you tap into your core values? Okay, so I'm almost at my time. In fact, I'm over my 10 minutes. I usually like to be consistent with my timing, but I'm a bit over it. So I'm going to get to the point. Now, I'm going to leave a link in the comments here as well, because Gemma and I have this week launched our free masterclass. So again, that's a free offer. We had so much fun doing it. We loved creating it. We did it together, which was so much more fun. And here's the thing, okay, it's free. There's some great advice. So we feel like we're helping and offering advice and tips to anyone that watches it, and just knowing that somebody could learn even just one thing or have one realization from watching that free masterclass, yeah, absolutely, I could do that all day. Okay, what you will notice with that masterclass is that it is not perfect. Perfectionism is something that people tend to value, okay, but it is a massive, massive trigger for avoidance and bullshit, basically. Okay, so for Gemma and I, we recorded it, we did it in one go. Yeah, so we stumble over our words, you know, some bits, you know, weren't quite right. We had to stick to a bit of a script because we wanted it to be time savvy, because you know me, I could talk all day, so certainly when I'm talking with Gemma, so we kind of stuck to a script which made us stumble a little bit over our words, but you know what, it doesn't matter. For me, my value is authenticity, okay, and relatability. So I know that when I watch my clients do these kinds of things, they think it's got to be perfect. It does not need to be perfect. We still offer the same amount of advice and support, and really great tips in that masterclass. It doesn't matter if we've stumbled over a few of the words. Okay, we might re-record it later next year. That's, yeah, but the value is still there, and that's how we can get it out there. If we were waiting for that to be perfect, okay, it wouldn't be out there now. And to me, the quicker these things can get out and we can start helping people, the better. So I will absolutely drop a link in the comments so you can go and download that. You can watch it whenever you like. It's not live. There's no time. You can, you know, you can watch it as many times as you like, because it will come straight into your inbox. And there's some really great stuff in there, and yeah, it's absolutely joyful. So Annalie's saying giving them a choice definitely feels less of a sales pitch. Thank you for the tip. Exactly. Yeah, give people a choice. At the end of the day, it's their choice. We're not making anybody do anything, are we? But we've got this kind of thing where we think we need to sell. Okay, so I'm not a salesperson. I'm never going to be good at selling. I'm just not. Okay, but what I am good at doing is listening to people, understanding what they need, reflecting back to them what they need, and how by working with me I can help them to get to that point that they to achieve their goals and to do what they need to do. And Annalie, you offer exactly the same process. You're very good at listening, and you know what you're doing, you know what you're saying. Give people a choice, okay? Just, yeah, offer what you have, okay, and let them decide. Give them the facts and let them decide. Much easier, much less triggering. Okay, all right, thank you ladies for joining me here today. So if anyone's watching this on replay, please leave me a comment, let me know that you've been here. If you're watching this on any other the platforms, go to the link in my bio, and you will see the link to the masterclass there. It's also on my website as well, because that's what I was doing last night, putting it on my website. Okay, all right, enjoy the rest of your Friday, enjoy your weekend. Thank you ladies for being here and for making it fun for me, yeah, and I will see you soon.